this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs and moving averages, the day's support, resistance, bib levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Tuesday the 19th of October. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 61,520 to take a run at the first major resistance level of 63,156. Plenty of support from the broader market will be needed for Bitcoin to break back through to 63,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Bitcoin target 65,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 64,319. Bitcoin will need plenty of support, however, to break out from April's all-time high of 64,829. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 63,57 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub-59s. Second major support level sits at 58,721. Looking at the MACDs, slight widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after yesterday's late bullish cross. Inconclusive, however, so need to keep an eye on that early in the day. On the EMAs, 50s holding its ground on the 100 and the 200, so that's still Bitcoin positive. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 61,520, break through yesterday's high that was at 62,682 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 3772 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3868. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break back through and out through 3850 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 3894.7 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, got the second major resistance level at 3991 to cap the upside on the day. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3650 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 3500 levels. Second major support level at 3554 should limit the downside. Looking at MACDs, widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after the start of the day bullish cross. So keep an eye out for a further widening there. On the EMAs, however, 50 has been narrowing on the 100. So keep an eye out for any further narrowing that would possibly bring a bearish cross into play. So key would be to move through the pivot at 3772 and back through to 3850 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, bearish start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 184 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 189. Support will be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high, 187.5. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 200 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 193. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 180 and the 23.6% fib at 178 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Litecoin should continue to avoid sub 170s. Second major support level at 175 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, so look out for direction there through the day as well. Key would be to avoid the pivot at 184 and break through yesterday's high, 187.5, to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, also bearish. Going to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 1.0841 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.1032. Support will be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.1s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.1050 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.15 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.124. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the 38.2% fib at 1.0659 and the first major support level at 1.0633 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.05 levels. Second major support level sits at 1.0442. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bearish histograms through the turn of the day, so look out for any further narrowing that would bring a bearish cross into play. On the EMAs, that's bearish signal, 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200, with the 100 also pulling back from the 200 after yesterday's bearish cross. So keep an eye out for further pullback by the 50 through the day, that would pressure Ripple's XRP. So key, move back through the pivot at 1.0841, back through to 1.1s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play.